Find functional hilarity at the Biffa Emporium. Girl, it's what I heard. Allegedly, it's just the word. Allegedly, it's on the street. Allegedly, I sing to the beat. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly.
Bethenny asked Nene, if they called you today, Andy, Francis, and your producer, what would you say? And Nene said, well, wow, they waited 4 years to call me. Would we do this over the phone or in person? And Bethenny says, so you sit down. What do you want? Nene says she wants fair treatment. But Bethenny says you don't work there anymore, so what can they give you now? Would you want to work there? And Nene says, I don't think so. Then Nene says, well, what I want, I wouldn't say it here. And then Bethenny says, so you want a check for lost wages. Nene wants a union. But now Bethenny goes into reality reckoning because SAG-AFTRA approves of the reality reckoning and them having a union. She's got the SAG-AFTRA number. You can call them. Reality reckoning. Bethenny said, well, I've got some boilerplate language they need to start putting in everybody's contract and 10 bullet points that everybody needs to have. Reality reckoning. Nene still wants to get money from them memes. Honey, nobody gets money from memes. The meme company ain't making meme money. Who does pay Giphy? Bravo is not making money off the memes. So, Nene, what do you think of the state of the show today? Well, first of all, she doesn't watch the show. She watches the clips. You watch all the clips, you can watch the show. The shit's only 41 minutes, and they usually have 2 filler segments. She says it looks like Atlanta is suffering, and it is. Nene's like these women. Who are they? Where did they come from? Where'd you come from? Athens. Oh, God, now the medium is like a dinosaur because y'all ain't on it? We just need some new blood. Nene says the problem is me and you, Bethenny, we got bigger than the show and the network didn't like that. So Bethenny asked Nene, what do you want? What would you like to do now? If you could have any gig, what would it be? Nene wants to go back to acting. Nene says she acts, she talks, she sings. Singing? Nene singing. You did have a little bit of a melody when you gave us Keeping It Real with Nene. Nene says, I wanted to do a talk show, but I was forbidden from doing a talk show. I could never do a talk show. Child, I don't think Wendy a threat no more. Go on and throw your hat in the ring. Bethenny asks her if she misses Housewives, and Nene says, it's stressful. Not really. Nene feels her best at 50. That's good. You done been through enough faces. Bethenny says, so, you ain't worked in a couple years. You broke? Nene said, I invested in some smart things, so I'm doing okay financially. I can still spend, but I don't like that I've been sat out. All right, we're wrapping it up. The rose and the thorn of your career, Nene. So she said being a housewife was definitely the rose of her career. And then Bethenny asked her, how do you feel about the Andy part of it? And Nene says, I feel bad for someone without a forgiving spirit. He can forgive, but choose not to work with you no more because you sue. You said, keep my name out your mouth, and he said, I'm going to honor her by doing that. He gave you what you asked for, boo. I can be mad with you, but I won't be forever mad with you. You ain't him. He might be mad forever. Bethenny says, he thinks that I fucked him over, and it's really not about him. I just said something, and people reach out, and it became a movement, reality reckoning. It is not a movement. You're a movement, a bowel movement. Nene said, well, even if you were suing, they'd sit down with you, Bethenny. Reality reckoning. The thorn of Nene's career is her chitlins being thrust into the spotlight. And then Bethenny says, well, this is exploitation without compensation. The children of reality shows should be compensated. And she got a point. We got Riley's whole life, and they ain't give her a dime. So now we get Nene's Housewives Rushmore. It would be her, Bethenny, Ankleface. She said maybe Vicky and Teresa. So now Bethenny understands why she couldn't do a show with Nene because Nene was blackballed. Bethenny tell Nene to be in charge of her own content and put her stuff out like the podcast so she doesn't have to be at the whims of the networks. And I agree, but Nene's boring by herself. She thinks social media helps the show. Yeah, I agree, because otherwise we wouldn't be talking about it. All right, well, that's the shit. I'ma see you soon. In Pinto problems, an EasyJet flight was canceled after a passenger pooped on the floor. They at least did it in the bathroom, but they pooped on the bathroom floor. Why are we shitting on floors in 2023? See, and what the hell is EasyJet? See, we gotta stay away from these cheap airfares, because you ain't getting the flight. Them people had to get off the plane. They had to wait for another plane to come in that was feces free. Child, this happened from Spanish Island to London Gatwick Airport. So people were stranded in another country because they missed their connecting flights because of feces on the flight. 20 minutes until departure, somebody decided, let me shit on the floor. I think they need to have a mental test that you have to pass before you can fly. I think a lot more people need to be on the no-fly list, or you have to earn your flight privileges. Everyone chalked the poop fiasco up to an accident. That was nobody's accident. You don't get in there and then shit on the floor. And also, wasn't no toilet paper? Oh God, are people wiping their asses? Cause if I had an accident, I would clean that shit up where you wouldn't know. Oh my God. I just had to think, did this person wipe their ass? Did they wipe their ass? Are people wiping their asses? Are asses getting wiped? If legs aren't getting washed, I'm sure some asses ain't getting wiped. Oh God, that's horrifying. In more nasty pink toe news, Ozzy Osbourne said he used to piss on stage because he was wet with sweat anyway. What is it with these onky hays wanting to be nasty? I mean, our people have been washing since we had bathing. We invented bathing. Go back to the now. We was washing our ass in it. Oh my God. Pissing on, who wants to walk around pissy? Pissy boo. I could see Ozzy smelling like piss though. He never looked clean. Up more nasty news. Alex Earl thought she contracted an STD after riding a mechanical bull. If you gonna ride a mechanical bull, maybe you need a panty on. Maybe your short shouldn't be that short that your coochie is creeping out. Cause that mean it had to be snatched to saddle, lip to level, bussy to bull. So if your nether regions were that exposed, you really are like, ooh, let me get on something that no one's cleaned in a while. Let me get on something where people have been putting their nasty ass hands. Yeah, I want to put my pussy right there. Oh my God. People aren't smart. Britney Spears felt exploited by Diane Sawyer. Everybody feels exploited by Diane Sawyer except for Whitney Houston because she didn't give a fuck. But I'm sorry, Diane Sawyer only does an exploitative interview. Stop talking to the heifer. Well, in haunted pussy news, Jada Pinkett Smith has Tupac's ashes. Girl, I need you to make a dildo out of that fucker so you can get the dickin' you deserve. Get that haunted humping on. Get that ghost in your gooch. Get that spirit in your snatch, honey. It's Halloween. Get the Ouija board out. Get a vibrator, put the ashes in it, and honey, go to town. Have all his help. Maybe for Halloween this year, you could dress up as a wife that loves her husband. That would be a challenge for you. I don't even think you got that kind of outfit. And in government oversight news, Dean McDermott and Tori Spelling are both welfarians, while her mama Candy has millions of dollars. I want there to be a tax for rich white people that don't support their kids so they can run and live off the government. I want there to be a tax. Whatever they take in welfare funds, I want Candy Spelling and her weird eyes to pay that tax. And also, she needs to pay a tax just because we have to deal with Tori Spelling. I know I want $500 a month just because I have to know of the bitch. I need $500 a month from her. Because Candy, Tori Spelling is your fault. You weren't a loving mother. You didn't like your daughter because she was ugly. It's obvious. It's written all over her actions. Tony's always late. I said, Tony's always late. Lauren too. Lauryn Hill was 2 hours late, but I don't know why you showed up on time. You are the fool at this point. Tickets were sold as high as $1,200. You are the fool. I mean, I'm sorry, she can't even play the album versions of the songs no more. What are we even going to see her for? I feel like Lauren is a one-trick pony that needs to be put out to pasture. Because I'm tired of hearing the heifer being late. I haven't seen one concert clip of her that have made me say, ooh, yes, I need to see her live and in person. She ain't come out with anything of value since that first album. I'm inclined to believe she stole them people's music, and that's why she can't play it no more. Ha! We too old to be waiting 2+ hours for a concert now, child. We got work in the morning. Oh, Lord. Tyler Perry is coming out with his own life story. It's called Maxine's Baby. I look at this little trailer. We aren't getting it's the Tyler Perry story. Where's the wife? Where's the child? Oh, wait, they were there. They were there for a split second. Girl, they look like props. I want to talk with her. I want to know how her utopia is. And with that, those were today's top stories from this bottom. Perhaps about some bottoms. And I'm going to see you soon for something. Lord, he really, really parading. I guess she rich, so it's fine. I mean, I'd marry a bottom for that kind of money. For that kind of money. But he'd have to be dead soon.
Alleged what? Alleged who? Allegedly, allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly.